Let's talk about the best Bluetooth headphones of the year. I have a best Bluetooth true wireless headphone of the year and a best Bluetooth wireless headphone of the year. So let's get into it. Hi and welcome. I'm Hunter Gray and this is Hunter-Gray-LUV-Music. It's important to me that my music sounds beautiful when I play it. So that's why we're here talking about hi-fi gear, because your hi-fi gear and my hi-fi gear helps or can hurt how the music we love sounds. So slow down for a few minutes and enjoy while we have a chat about the best Bluetooth headphones of the year. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if after watching you have gotten something of value from this video, please hit the thumbs up button. That really does help the YouTube algorithm. Thank you. Let's begin with the best Bluetooth wireless headphones of the year for 2024. I'm going to bring this forward a little bit. This is the Focal Batiste, currently at $698 a pair. These did not come out this year, so they've come down in price a little bit, which is a great value. These are Bluetooth 5.1. They do everything except for LDAC. They have aptX Adaptive, which automatically adjusts to prioritize audio quality or low latency depending on the listening situation. They do aptX HD and AAC. I am an iPhone user, so I am using them on AAC primarily. And these are, I like how they fold for like wearing on the airplane. They have active noise canceling. Plus, there is a transparency mode, which I really appreciate. I guess I've gotten used to from the AirPods. And Focal, which merged with Name in 2011, the Focal Name app, I really like. It also does that app, you can, it'll do a scan to adjust for your personal hearing ability. I know I have better hearing on my left ear than on my right ear. I think I've had some damage on the right ear just slightly. I think a lot of people when they're younger listen to concerts for too long and too loud and can damage your hearing. As you age, your hearing changes. So that Focal Name app does a scan of each ear and it asks you, what you're hearing or when you hear this, I forget exactly. And then it creates an EQ setting for each ear for you. And so if you're having problems hearing, say in the right ear at the higher frequencies, the EQ is going to boost, and that's you hear music how it should be. These have a 40 millimeter aluminum magnesium M-shaped driver. And let's see, you can't really see it, but what you can see is the drivers are angled in towards you. And yeah, I don't know if you can see this. Outside is magnesium, the yoke. They're very lightweight, very comfortable, and they have a built-in DAC with premium headphone amp plus DSP by Focal. So Focal is one of the top speaker manufacturers in the world. Their Grand Utopia speakers list for about $250K a pair. As I mentioned, in 2011, Focal and Name merged, so they also have access to all of Name's expertise in the high-end electronics, hi-fi space. Which is to say, I put a lot of significance on the fact that these Focal Batiste Bluetooth headphones, Focal controls the entire signal chain. These are headphones, so there's no room and therefore no room acoustics. The closest thing to room acoustics is the little space in here between your head and your ear and the driver. But that's all controllable and knowable by Focal. And then they have chosen Focal and paired every piece in the signal path, the DAC, the amp, the Bluetooth chip, all of it. And then they have applied DSP, digital signal processing, to control and create exactly the sound that Focal wants you and me to hear exactly, precisely. This isn't a pair of gorgeous sounding 6-figure speakers that the customer may very well take home to a lousy sounding untreated room that has a very significant impact on how those Focal speakers will actually sound to their customers. And I find this to be super useful as a tool and as a baseline of truth for sound quality. So, in addition to being $700 Bluetooth headphones with noise cancellation and a transparency mode and everything built inside, that DSP function and the name, the brand that I respect of Focal, I utilize that sort of baseline of truth of sound. I use these headphones in both of my listening rooms, and I A/B listen to my test tracks first on the Focal Batiste with the DSP. I haven't gotten to this yet, but you can also plug these in wired and not use them Bluetooth. So you get the full 24-bit 192K hardwired into high-res streaming from your phone. I get lossless audio with the DSP on the Focal, listen to the test track, then take them off and play the same test track in my listening room. And I am A/B listening to see, is there degradation when I listen to that same test track in my room? Or is it comparable? Or do I like it better? And that's important to me because my wife and I, aesthetics are really important. It matters to us how our home looks. My wife is very into interior decor and interior design. She got her college degree in fashion design, so aesthetics are very important to her. So I really, really, really don't want to do acoustic treatments in any of my rooms, but I need my music to sound beautiful. And I had anxiety and self-doubt about does the music I'm hearing in my living room and in my dining room kitchen area sound as good as I think it does? The Focal Batiste with their DSP and being headphones and taking the room out of it and trusting Focal, and this is what they think music should sound like as a baseline. I have discovered my music, my systems sound beautiful in both of my listening rooms, at least equal to this. And because I'm using Class A and or tube amps, I actually like the sound better in my listening rooms because the even harmonic distortion, or the harmonic distortion in the even harmonics, the second and fourth harmonics, that tube amps and Class A amps add to the sound, that harmonic distortion in those even harmonics gives music something special, a sweetness, a velvetiness, but it also, there is an emotional resonance that you get with the music with those even harmonics added in. That this is all digital and it's all perfect. It's all DSP, but it's Class D. It's all digital. It's DSP. It's perfect, but clean and neutral. So for me, though, verifying that my two rooms with their system sound at least as good as this, and I think better through my tube and Class A amps, that has given me permission to really enjoy my hi-fi happy place. And that's actually why I say in every video, I want to help you get to your hi-fi happy place and enjoy your hi-fi happy place, because it's easy to have our self-doubt and our insecurities in our system, and we're just not confident that our listening room and our system sounds as good as we think it does or we want it to. I use this to verify, yeah, mine does, and I love it, and I'm happy. So, as I said, you can also connect the Focal Batiste with this cable that they give you straight to your iPhone. Now, I use an iPhone because this is just USB-C. I got this adapter for 15 bucks online so that I can plug hardwired. And when I'm traveling in an airplane, I plug hardwired into my iPhone so I can stream my downloaded music that's high res in from my Tidal app. And when I'm traveling, I can just listen and enjoy beautiful music easily and comfortably. I think these are really sharp, handsome. They're light, super comfortable, padded, leather, magnesium. Anyway, I'm, for multiple reasons, a huge fan of the Focal Batiste. Quick specs, 15 to 22,000 hertz. It's their frequency range. They only weigh 12 ounces. I think they're super comfortable. They have a 30-hour battery life, but I have never, in traveling, had an issue with them. I keep these, it's a really nice travel case. It's also, you see how it's tapered? So it fits in my backpack super easily when traveling, and I really like that. So let's say congrats to the Focal Batiste as my Bluetooth wireless headphone of the year 2024. Now, put those back, pull this forward. Now for the best Bluetooth true wireless headphones of the year 2024. This is the HIFI GoPod, and the Focal Batiste are $698, so I've matched the price. The HIFI GoPod is $399, 400 bucks basically, for the ear adapters. And then you put your own IEMs on them. So I am a huge fan of the HIFI GoPods with the Dunu DaVinci IEMs, which are $300, which makes this pair $699, the same cost as the Focal Batiste. But these are true wireless. And can you see the little light that comes on the inside, this little blue light? It's really high quality, this case. It's solid. It charges wirelessly, and the battery life on both the case and the HIFI GoPods is fantastic. And look at the stabilized wood on the Dunu DaVincis. They are really fantastic. So it is really simple, and it just told me it's connected to my iPhone with AAC. These also do LDAC. So if you're an Android user, I have a Google Pixel 6 that is not connected. I just use it as for playing music. It's essentially a portable music player for me. But look at how easy these are to put on. And I find these super, super comfortable. So there's a lot to say about these HIFI Go Pods. And then I'm going to get into the Dunu DaVinci, the IEMs themselves. So I'm going to put a link down below to my full review of the HIFI Go Pod also for you to see. The Go Pods support SBC, AAC, aptX Adaptive, and LDAC. For me, the highest quality level is LDAC on Android with my Google Pixel 6. But honestly, I have lately not been making the effort to use that separate Google Pixel 6. The AAC on my iPhone is so good enough. It's lossy, but it's so good on here that just the no fuss, no muss with my iPhone on here, that's what I have been doing mostly. Something I really appreciate about these are fully balanced in both ear units. So in each ear loop, you have a premium Bluetooth 5.2 chipset from Qualcomm, which has Qualcomm Snapdragon sound platform. And that with 5.2, that gives you optimum Bluetooth range and speed and reliability in terms of staying connected. And I've definitely found that. Also, if you notice, just like you do with your AirPods, I can put them both in for music or just put one in when I'm out and around, when I want situational awareness and want to be able to hear, but I'm listening to music or a podcast or YouTube or something. So it has that flexibility. The DAC, in addition to the Qualcomm chipset, the QCC5144, can be configured to, that Qualcomm chipset has a DAC built into it. But HIFI decided that wasn't good enough, and so they have added a separate dual Cirrus Logic chipset into each of the ears. So the two Cirrus Logic DACs are master hi-fi chips, Cirrus Logic calls them. There's one in the left pod and the other in the right pod. They're 32-bit high-res DAC chip. And the GoPod circuit design combines with jitter eradication and precision clock to deliver ultra-low distortion and high dynamic range. I'm reading from their literature now. One of the key reasons why the GoPod unlocks better sound quality than other true wireless earbuds is because of that reduced jitter. There's also an analog volume control, which for me on sensitive IEMs, I really like. It means you have a more precise, when you connect an IEMs and you just use the volume control on the side of your iPhone or your Android, I sometimes have difficulty finding exactly the right volume. It's either too loud or too soft. The analog volume control gives you so many multi-steps. I can dial in exactly the volume level that I want. So it also, not relying on software-based volume control connected to your digital devices, can have a negative effect on the audio resolution when you're using the volume control from your iPhone. So instead, adjusting the volume through the analog is a technical advantage. The amp delivers balanced output signal to each connected earpiece of the GoPods, and the amp stage has been carefully designed. I'm reading from HIFI's literature, designed to ensure ultra-low distortion and silent background with high sensitivity IEMs, with a maximum power output of 120 milliwatts into 32 ohms and an output voltage of 4 volts into high impedance 300 ohm loads. Each GoPod supplies plenty of gas to drive your connected IEMs. So to ensure the output perfectly matches the connected IEMs. IEMs, you may be aware, vary a lot in impedance. This has auto detection of the IEM's impedance, and it adjusts the power accordingly. So these HIFI, if you're not familiar with HIFI as a brand, they're really high end. I've got a number of pieces, including from HIFI, including the HIFI ZenCan headphone amp, discrete class A, sounds amazing. So I should also mention that their amplification stage uses discrete high-end components in all their circuit designs, and it's true wireless on the HIFI Go Pods. They are also that IPX5 rated for water and sweat resistance. So if you get caught outside when it's wet a little bit, or if you're wearing them in the gym and sweaty, that's a nice advantage. Not waterproof, but that water resistance. Each iPod, the Go's, have a battery of 180 milliamps, and the case is 1500 milliamps. I got to tell you, the charging on this case is so amazing that I can't even tell you how often I charge it, except just say rarely. It seems to go forever, and I've never had a problem with the individual Go Pods, the battery lasting a day when I take them out and around with me. So the case is really solid, really high end. It's just handsome. It's got velvet lining inside, and this interior lights. It's really nice. However, it's not designed, it's got little rubber feet so it sticks. It's not designed to go in your pocket. And I know that's bothered people, but for me, that has not been an issue. I buy these little cases on Amazon for $8. I have bought one of these for each of my sets of IEMs. I think I've got a lot of these. I'll put a link to them for Amazon down below. But this is what I do, is I just take the individual Go Pods out, and I put this in the car. I put it in a jacket pocket. I put it in a backpack. I have that around just as get out of jail free. But this little guy fits right in the pocket of my left front of my jeans. I always carry my phone in my right front pocket. And here I carry a pair of IEMs or the Go Pods. Fits comfortably in my pocket. And then just comes out, and you see how it just carries them easily? It's such a piece of cake. Whip them out, and they connect, and it's no problem. So let's move on. As I said, I'll put a link down below to the little case. I'm actually going to put them back in here. But I wanted you to see how simple and easy. It's a little space for carrying something else right here if you need to. Put these back. But to me, those go together. Easy, fast, simple, comfortable, and these get me to my hi-fi happy place on the go, wherever I am. All right, quick comment about you may have IEMs. You can put any IEMs on here. There are adapters for 2-pin or whatever you have. Most IEMs now are 2-pin, but you can put whatever you want. I am suggesting in this as my best of pairing with the DuNu Da Vinci. I think the stabilized wood faceplate, I think these are a classy, understated, elegant look to them. I really like them. They're light and they're comfortable. The rest of the IM is made out of a medical grade 3D printed medical grade rosin with the stabilized wood faceplates. You know, you can go on forever about IEM tips. DuNu's tips are so good that they sell them individually, and they're really well known and they're very popular. And in fact, I had my first experience with the DuNu tips was with the Da Vinci's, and I bought an extra set of them on Amazon after buying the Da Vinci's. But you know, tip rolling, everyone's ears are different. I prefer foam tips. I really like these DuNu tips, Exlastic tips, which are they your body heat warms them up and then they expand some, which gives you a fit. I really like those. Moondrop does some tips that people like. You need to experiment a little bit with the variety of IM tips that are out there and find what is comfortable for you and gives you a good seal. But I think the DuNu tips are an excellent place to start. How do they sound? The DuNu Da Vinci are a fun IM. The treble and the mids are smooth and clear and sweet. These lean to the bass side of things, but in a way that I really like. I'm not a bass head, but I really like the bass presentation on the DuNu Da Vinci's. The bass is done in a way that these are just fun to listen to, period. These are that friend who you just always have a good time with when you hang out. That's the DuNu Da Vinci. I love listening to all of my jazz, in particular on the DuNu Da Vinci. And I think it's because of that leaning into the bass a little bit. Because on my acoustic jazz, they give me that upright bass. It's just a little bit easier to find in that sonic milieu of acoustic jazz quartet or quintet. And they just make acoustic jazz sound fantastic. Now, I'm not a squiggly lines kind of guy, but I am aware that those who like frequency response graphs, these DuNu Da Vinci's, they say that it's they like the frequency response graph that fits their squiggly lines needs. I'm interested in what my ears tell me. That's my true north, my North Star. Do I like the sound? Do I not like the sound? What do I like about them? What don't I like? I just really enjoy how these IMs make my favorite music sound. And that's good enough for me to strongly recommend them. Both as an excellent value prop for $300 and for their sound and how much I enjoy listening to them. Your mileage may vary because we all have different biomechanics. And for me, IMs are more comfortable than headphones. And I can wear my IEMs comfortably for longer. In fact, as much as I love my Focal Batiste, and I really bought those for traveling and wearing on the airplane and in airports and out and around, my last 2 trips, I've taken the Batiste and the GoPods with the DuNu Da Vinci's on them, and I've never opened up and worn the Focal Batiste. I've just popped these into the little case, pulled them out of my pocket, and it's just so no fuss, no muss, easy. And that's the route that I have gone. And I think my next trip, I'm going to leave the Focal Batiste at home and just bring the HIFI GoPods with either the Audio Hype 4s or the DuNu Da Vinci IEMs. I love how they, with this, fit in my pocket, and I can take my HiFi Happy Place with me on the go. That means a lot to me. Means I can listen to the music that I love and have it sound beautiful more often. That's important to me. So, congrats to the Focal Batiste for being my clear winners, the best Bluetooth headphone of the year for 2024, and to the HIFI GoPod plus the DUNU DaVinci IMs as the best Bluetooth true wireless headphone of the year 2024. I want to say thank you for watching. My goal is to help you reach and enjoy your hi-fi happy place. Most definitely, please come back to this channel. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you again on the next video. Bye-bye.